I worked full-time for large corporations my whole career. I currently work from home, and I needed something to get me out of the house, so I applied and got a call from Scooters. So I did the early morning shifts and then would go home and work my full-time job. Being a coffee lover and a coffee believer, I had to convince a couple other people, my parents, to come on board.
My wife and I had started to look for something that we could do on our own. We've been working for other people our entire lives. I've been in an industry for 20 years and had success at it, but we really wanted to do something on our own. So we started looking at different franchises, and actually we were in Nebraska earlier this year and went through the Scooters, and just after we left, she was like, maybe we should look at a Scooters and see if there's an opportunity there for a franchise.
The first thing we did was talk to the coffee shop owner, got a lot of good insight as to how she runs her business. And then we went to the kiosk, which was nice for us because that's what we plan on building.
It was nice to get a feel for what people do and how it operates.
I think when you walk into the facility and you see how it's structured, and the offices all surround kind of an open area here where we're sitting with kind of a living space, and you can sit down and relax, it makes it feel much more homey. And I think that part of it contributes to the culture that you see here, where everybody's willing to help everybody else. There's a lot of interaction and sharing.
I was interested in the production of the coffee beans and the food that is made in-house. Everything's done here.
Knowing how the product is made and how they care about the finest products, and the level of trust when you come here is just heightened.
I'll tell you what, I had a blueberry muffin this morning that was the best blueberry muffin I've had in a long time. I have had the cinnamon rolls before, and those are really, really good. And to see them get made in the back now, it's fun to see how that all comes together and how they make them. And they're not made to be perfect, they're made to be imperfect, which is kind of an interesting concept and makes it more homemade.
Meeting Don was fantastic. It was just like meeting an old friend. He just is very inspiring, and he's like he's taking this walk with you.
Seeing the passion that comes from Don and the love for the business that he really shows, that gets you really excited about what you're entering into and what you're becoming a part of, and getting a chance to actually sit down with the corporate officers and hear from them and have them talk to us about why this is important to them and why they feel like this is a great opportunity. The advice I'd give somebody who was considering joining Scooters as a franchisee would be to go experience it. Go through a Scooters, see what they're talking about as that amazing experience, and make sure that they get a chance to come up, see how it runs, see what the corporate culture is, and see what it offers and how it's going to help you in the future if this is what you want to do.
We love coffee, so we're already believers, but you got to make sure you pick the right people too.
There's a support system here.
You feel like you're not going to fall.
You're not going into this by yourself. The door swings both ways. They've made me a believer too, that they've got my back. They just put us so at ease that this is the right thing to do. I would say don't hesitate.
They've already taken care of a lot of the unknowns that go into owning a business and making sure that you have good quality and really it's that amazing feeling that you get and the amazing mentality that they want you to bring to the customers every time they serve one. It makes you feel good. It makes you want to go back. It creates a situation where you have that loyalty that is so important to the business.
You get to give people coffee. It's amazing.